Hello to everyone who is watching this video, and today you've got me, Gravy, and my friend Sam, and today we're about to play some Minecraft. Now, that being said, we are not the best at playing the game, so expect to see some chaos in our video. We are not any pros, we are not any speedrunners, so we are just two friends trying to have some fun in the games that we try to bring to you for watching. After spawning into the world, me and my friend immediately started looking for a tree and punching it. However, things never go as smooth when you're playing with your friends. I mean, how can you make this up? Well, we are fighting over a singular tree. When there's all these trees around us, we want just this one in particular. And after that squabble, we went ahead and got ourselves some more wood, which we then used to craft a crafting table and some wooden tools. I realized that we were surrounded by all the passive mobs in the world, so I asked Sang to go and gather some food for us, and I went into the mines to get ourselves some stone to craft some stone tool. I mined for a bit, and when I came out, I didn't have any crafting tables, so I asked Sang to place one, but he was a little too late, and I had crafted my own. Got ourselves some new stone tools, and we also got ourselves enough food to last us a couple of nights. We then noticed some unusual terrain generation, which seems to be a very common thing on these latest updates. We talked about how the terrain generation in these latest versions were kind of messed up and all, and then we cooked some more food, and then we had to decide on where we needed to go. So we gathered all our stuffs and then headed to a direction while unaliving a few sheep for us to make a bed so that we could skip the night if we had to. We then got a little distracted by the shaders, which were surprisingly good for a shader that had light as its prefix. As the sun was settling down, we both noticed some spruce on the distance. So we decided that we were going to risk it and take them with us so that we could grow some spruce forest for our own benefits. By the time we entered the forest, it was already late. The sun had settled and the moon had rose. Now, we did have to fight a couple of mobs, but it wasn't as bad as we had expected. We both managed to cut down a few trees before some more hostile mobs had shown up, so we had to fight them off to continue our collection of saplings. After clearing the horde of mobs, we celebrated by mispronouncing teamwork by calling it dreamwork. We gathered our saplings and got to fight some more mobs where I have not a single clue how I managed to survive, and I have not even a single clue about how Sang survived. That creeper blew up in his face and yet he survives. After fighting yet another horde of mobs, we continued to destroy this igloo, which we thought was the one with a basement, but it wasn't, and then we saw a friendly face in the distance. We continued on our journey and spotted some endermen, and for some reason, Sang decided that it was a very good idea to stare it right down in the middle of its eyes. So I did what any good friend would do. I made him a platform for him to stay protected. But we had some miscommunication, and he went the opposite way of where I had built the small platform for him to be safe. Unfortunately, though, he managed to die, and I had no other choice than to retrieve his stuff. The man rose from the dead and came back looking for his stuff, which was mostly junk. I don't know how he even managed to gather all those junk. After he got all his stuff back, we took our revenge on the Enderman, which was actually quite a long fight, which was shortened by the power of editing. We continued to journey on a straight path while also trapping some innocent passive mobs on our way. Now, I wouldn't call this trapping, but this would be called entrapment. We were getting tired of seeing all this white and blue, all everywhere snow, everywhere ice. So we were just talking about how pleasant it would be like to be on a green surface again. So we kept on traveling. We split up so that we could find a village or another biome sooner. So, and while doing that, I stumbled upon these iron. And then continued my way back to meeting my partner. Our original goal for the video was to find a village and settle there, but now it had changed to being in a much more suitable biome where we can have more accessible food stores and a place to build a shelter. We looted the village, and Sang managed to destroy the guardian of the village. After looting the village, I spotted a ruined portal, which I thought was a very easy target, but you'll see that it wasn't. We then went back into the village to set our respawn points and grab myself an iron pickaxe. And while I was telling my friend to protect me while I collected those gold blocks, I was shot, and here's where all the chaos starts. We were initially dealing with all these mobs pretty well until this happened. For some reason, the creeper decided it wanted to explode, no matter how far the one who triggered it was. And I ended up dying and losing all my XP. I made my way back to the battlefield, and in a fit of rage, I managed to crit combo one zombie in particular until his friends showed up. Now, while editing, I decided that I'll give the skeletons their own montage. And why did I decide to give them a montage? Is because of that particular clip. I just couldn't resist it, alright? Like, that man died right in front of my eyes. I looked behind and he's just dead. He's just dropped dead. Now, after Sang came back, we decided that we were not going to take these gold blocks with us tonight, and decided to skip the night. Between which, Sang again managed to die somehow, and we were defeated last night. So we slept. We went back to the ruined portal and grabbed those gold blocks. After which, we continued to make our merry way to a better biome. Now, we just didn't want the better biome. We needed a better biome. Why? This is why. Because we were literally surviving on rotten flesh, or so had I thought. But here, Sang was actually surviving on some bread, while I was struggling by eating rotten flesh. I gave him a love tap, and finally, we had a much greener biome in our eyesights. So I rowed the boat to this beautiful green place, and we decided that this was going to be our new home. However, even though we did manage to get a better biome, we didn't get any passive mob spawns, so we were running hungry, almost starving to death. But to my surprise, Sang actually had some baked potatoes ready for me to consume. And these potatoes were the ones that I put inside a pouch that I had seemingly lost when I died to that creeper. After having a good day's meal, we decided that it would be a good idea to have a temporary shelter. And while I was building this temporary shelter, Sang had managed to build a small crop farm. I then looked around a little to scout the area that we were going to live in. Originally, we weren't really planning on staying or living in this particular area, but as I climbed onto the tree and saw the potential, I convinced my friend to build a base in here. Well, why would you ask? It's because, well, we've got a beautiful ocean in front of us and some really good plot of land and a neat little beach with a hill behind us. I then did this for no particular reason. I was just happy that we were finally in a better biome, living somewhat of a better life. Although as peasants, but better than nomads wandering around a snow desert. We actually are pretty bad at this thing. Yeah, yeah. I think it's obvious if anybody has watched till here. Yeah. So I think anything else? Come back for next episodes because we'll be making more things, progressing more and stuff. Yeah, and we'll get good. Probably we'll get yeah good. Probably yeah, yeah, we'll get good together.